Hello, divine beings. I am back with another general reading for the collective. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's for you, it will find you. To book a mini tarot reading with me or any of our healing services, please feel free to check out our website. We are currently having our 20% off promo for Easter, 20% off on all our healing services and courses. More details on the website. Just input the code mudita20 and receive 20% off. So I've been feeling heavy emotions these past few days. It's also full moon, but I've been feeling a lot of heavy emotions surfacing in the heart chakra. And I just came back from a walk and I kept seeing the scene from the Disney movie Cinderella, the animated version, where Cinderella finds out that, they've been invited to the ball, and Cinderella pulls out this dress that she's been saving in her trunk and old pearls that she was holding on to, and all her animal friends are helping her get ready. And then when she comes down, as they're leaving, her stepmother and her stepsisters, they're like, where are you going? And she's like, I'm going to the ball with you guys. And they're like, no, you're not. And they just rip her apart. They rip her dress, they rip her pearls, they just leave her at rock bottom. And I feel like that's what people did to you, collective. This could be family members, this could be community members, this could be friends, this could be lovers, people you were in a relationship with, but I feel like people ripped you apart when you didn't do anything wrong to them. In fact, you went out of your way to help them, to support them, and they just tore you apart. And I feel like those are some past emotions that are surfacing for you right now. And even though you may have healed from all of that pain, maybe you released and forgave those people for doing what they did to you, I feel like those people are now waking up to not only the truth of who you are, that you were an earth angel sent to them, but they're feeling a lot of shame, guilt, and remorse for how they treated you, how they spoke about you, how they tore you down. I mean, you had nothing. You had nothing. It was like they snatched the $1 that you even had in your hand and took that away from you, for no reason at all. These past people are in deep regret. I feel like they can feel that you have risen into your power. They might be quietly watching you, observing you. If you have some kind of a social media platform, they're keeping tabs on you. I feel like these people, not only did they underestimate you, but they didn't think that you had this immense power that you hold. It's like they were so adamant of hurting you, bringing you down, making you the punching bag, that they didn't really think that you would actually rise up the way you have. And now they're realizing you're the medicine, that your energy is healing. You're the solution to their problems now, and they're wanting to get back in. And it's your decision what you allow into your space and your energy, but I personally have a rule that I follow, that once people show me their true colors, their true intentions, that's it. I cut the cord, I release them, and you will never see me again. You will never hear from me again. You will never be allowed access to me ever again. Nope, you're not allowed back in, right? And I'm very firm about that rule, because I used to make an exception back in the day, and I would get, burnt, or I would end up in people's karmic loop again. And I realized, nope, not allowing that ever again. But yeah, that's the sense I'm getting, that people are wanting back in your energy. They're realizing that, yeah, so 10 of crystals and 8 of wands came out sideways. When it comes out sideways, it means blocked. So they were blocking you. They were blocking your abundance. They were blocking your good fortune. They were standing in your way. That's why you had to release them. You had to let them go. You had to cut your cords, because they could not go where you're going. These past people are now realizing that everything in their life is blocked. No abundance, no opportunities, nothing is flowing. They're all having health problems, marriage problems. Some of these people sent ill intent, and that's all been returned back to them. And they're realizing that your energy, your presence, your existence in their life was what was making everything fruitful, what was making everything flow, what was making everything abundant in their life. It was you, collective. You were the abundance in their life, and their ego thought it was them. That's why they didn't hesitate to toss you aside. They thought, oh, you're nothing, because they were so focused on external. They didn't understand what you held within, internally, who you were internally. And maybe that was something that you needed to figure out for yourself as well, right? The strength that you carry within, the power that you actually hold, the divine power that you actually hold. I feel like a part of them deep down knew, they could sense it from you, they could feel it from you, but now they're starting to see it, because the veil has lifted, right? and people's true colors are now being revealed, and people are starting to realize who and what you actually were and the value of having you in their life, right? But it's too late. So we have King of Crystals come out. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, this is a past karmic ex. Could be an Earth sign, doesn't have to be. But they're now going through like a major heart chakra activation. It's almost like the roles have been reversed. Now you are becoming abundant financially, and now they're losing all this money now. Whereas, you know, they can see that you're getting financially abundant and you're getting all these opportunities. Like you're rising, you're shining. They can see it, they can smell it, they can feel it. I'm also picking up Libra. This person could have tattoos, like arm tattoos. But it's like their whole heart is like being ripped open and they can't bear it. It's unbearable. Like they don't know how to. Here's the thing, when you are someone who's so focused externally that you haven't built a strong foundation within, whenever things start crashing down, if you don't have a strong foundation within, you will literally drown, right? And this is why so many people stay stuck where they're at mentally, physically, emotionally. They're stuck in the past. That's why they were never able to build a strong foundation within, because they were so focused on external validation, you know, money, wealth, like followers, right? Like, look at me. They never really went deep within, like not learning how to build security and stability within yourself first, right? Balancing your emotions, balancing your masculine and feminine, regulating your nervous system. A lot of people, especially men, they always ignore it till the last moment, and then everything comes crashing down and they can't handle it. They can't bear it. Men are not designed to handle stress. They're neurologically not designed to handle pressure the way women can, but they ignore it all the time. And I feel like this is really hitting this person hard. I'm also seeing someone drinking, so this person could be a drinker, a heavy drinker, or is turning to alcohol to kind of like cope and numb. I'm seeing like they're being faced to face some hard truths. Yeah, Page of Swords in reverse. It's like that willpower, that determination they had. It's like they can't tap into it. The only reason they were able to tap into it because you, the feminine, were the one that was giving them that support, right? That's the power of a feminine. When you meet a true divine feminine, a true divine goddess, an empress, a high priestess, don't ever underestimate her power and her influence in your life. She's the reason why you are elevating. She's the reason why you are rising. She also spiritually protects you as well. I feel like a lot of people from your past collective are realizing this. Like, it's like you took everything with you and left, and now everything in these people's lives is crumbling. Nothing is manifesting, no opportunities, no production, no creative ideas, nothing is flowing. Everybody's like bickering. There's no foundation, there's no structure. Everything's all over the place. Everything's a hot mess without you. Everything's a hot mess without you, right? Like your presence was so grounding, so anchoring. It made people feel safe. It made people feel secure and taken care of and loved and seen. And that's the very thing that everybody took for granted. And now they're realizing it. They're like, man, nothing is working without, collective. And I say this from personal experience because I've been there. All I have to tell my spirit team, I'm like, nope, not gonna happen. I remove my energy, I cut my cords and ties, and everything falls apart. I take all my energy, my power, my spiritual protection away from that person, and then everything falls apart for that person because they need to learn a valuable lesson. You do not use me. You do not take me for granted. Don't ever cross me. Don't ever send me ill intent. Don't ever come up against me, right? I warn people all the time, don't ever send me shit. Don't even think about it. And then people learn the hard way and they're like, oh, damn, she is who she says she is. Yeah, look. King of Swords. Leader. This is also fire sign energy. I feel like this is someone who is recognizing this within you. Like you are the truth. You speak the truth. You live the truth. But you are someone who's very like direct, to the point. You're fair, you're assertive, It's almost like if anything is falling apart, you know how to come in, swoop in, and just like get everything back in order again. That's the sense I'm getting. That's how powerful you are. You come in with like structure, you bring structure in people's life, and they really need that. A lot of these past people, their inner world is collapsing, they're crashing and burning, and they're looking at you like, how are you so calm? How are you so peaceful? How are you so stable? How are you so like secure? How are you not like flinching with whatever's happening outside? It's because you did the inner work. It's because you took the time to build your inner foundation. You're anchored in, you're grounded. You know, you did the healing work. You stopped running. You stopped running from yourself. You faced your shadows, your demons, everything. You made a lot of sacrifices when everybody else was probably out and about, enjoying life, traveling, and you had to, you know, put that all on pause. But I feel like people can sense there is something major about to happen for you. They can feel it. Whenever you are someone who has shifted from a certain timeline, you've learned a karmic lesson, you've healed, you've released it, right? It shifts everything in the quantum field, because remember, we're all interconnected. So there are alternate versions of us, right? So every positive move or change I make directly affects all the alternate versions of me that also exist on each timeline. And all the people that are attached to me on those timelines are also around me in this timeline. Do you know what I mean? So think of yourself presently as the motherboard. You're the one in control. So every time you move something, you shift something, you release something, you cut something out, that is for the better, that is for your growth, your evolution, your expansion, everybody feels it. Everybody in each timeline feels it, right? And so everything starts moving like this. Then those timelines will collapse and they'll start to integrate within you. So you'll start to access more knowledge, more wisdom, more gifts, more abilities, because you're getting higher and higher to your higher self, right? You're tapping in, you become stronger, you become more powerful, and everybody can sense it and feel it. So now people are looking at you and they're like, you've changed, collective, there's something different about you. It's like they can now see how powerful you actually are. It was almost like it was hidden from them, but that was on purpose, because God, Source, Vaheguru, the higher power, wanted to see how they would react in your presence, how they would treat you, how they would respect you. A lot of people failed when it came to you. They chose greed, they got selfish, their ego took over, they didn't value you, and now it's hitting them very, very hard. 5 of Swords. It's almost like you were the solution. You were the help that they were praying for. You came in and they stabbed you in the back. They cut your wings off. Remember that scene in the movie Maleficent where Maleficent's lover betrays her by cutting off her wings, and when she realizes her wings are gone, she's like screaming. That's the betrayal, the pain that these people gave you, collective. They just got selfish. They got really, really selfish. They threw you under the bus. They slandered your name. They gossiped about you. It was almost like they prayed, like, hey God, hey Source, please send me help. And then in you entered, but they didn't realize that their abundance was attached to you. But because of how they treated you, it got cut. No more. And look, 6 of Cups. Yeah, you let go. You walked away. You left everything behind. It's like you cut every cord. You closed the door. I'm seeing community, so you like walked away from a community that betrayed you. It's like you're watching now that whole community, that whole group of people crumble. And you're just sitting there like, I told you. I told you this was going to happen. I told you this was going to come for you. You didn't listen. But because you're so separate from them now, you have nothing to do with their tower moments, right? That's on them now. You cleared everything, right? You cleared your name. You removed all of these toxic, negative connections from your past, and it's like nothing can trace back to you because you're clean. Your energy is clean. Your energetic field is clean. Your boundaries are firm. So nothing can be like blamed on you or traced back to you because it has nothing to do with you. You cut your ties, right? You left. You left everything and everyone behind. And notice how there's all these like cups leading to her. I feel like you left clues or trails, like you planted seeds within people, and now those seeds are like sprouting, like People are now realizing, oh my God, you warned me. Oh my God, you told me this was going to happen. I didn't listen. I ignored it. I just brushed it aside. There's all this turmoil, drama happening in these people's lives, and you're so far removed from it. You're like, nope, I'm not letting that shit back in. And that's why God removed you. That's why God removed you from all these people. Get rid of these people. They're not good for you. They do not have pure, loving, kind intentions towards you. They're wishing for your downfall. They are praying for your downfall. They're just taking from you. They're just using you. And as lonely as it's been for you, this is the most peace you've probably ever had. And you realize that how valuable that peace is, especially when you grew up in like a very chaotic household, or you had a very chaotic childhood, and then you had chaos all around you as an adult, chaotic relationships, right? And then you walk away from that all and you have this peace. You will never jeopardize that for anybody. I'm seeing shopping, so somebody may have gone shopping recently, and I'm seeing like a shoebox, so you probably bought yourself a pair of shoes. I don't know why that randomly just came through. Maybe that's you just treating yourself, right? Of like how far you've come, and you're like, you know what? I deserve this. I'm gonna treat myself. Okay, let's use my word card tarot, and then we will end this reading. Fit, healthy, active. Connect with nature. Someone famous, well-known is watching you. Can we talk? Past karmic. Whoa. Past friends, acquaintances shocked by your level up. Want access again. What did I say? Your enemies, ill wishers, are crashing and burning. Did I not say? Everything is going back to them now. Horseback riding. Family members blocking your throat chakra, so you could be sharing a lot of truths, and a lot of your family members don't like it because they're being called out. Center stage, speaking and performance. Well, that's the end of your reading. Until next time, stay safe.